Welcome everyone to another episode of the Warmup. Here is me, still undefeated Chris, and I'm here with the guys as per usual. We got Chase, we got Kev RL, and we got this recount Reg. Which I don't know what you're counting. I don't know what you're counting. I don't know what you're counting. What you counting?
What you recounting?
We'll get into it, man. We'll get into
it. Okay. Well, say what's up to the YouTube crowd, guys.
What's up, man? What's up, buddy?
Appreciate y'all for coming through.
Awesome. And again, if this is your first time, this is a place where we talk about sports, current events, everything else through a black lens. And again, just a little bit of house cleaning. If you like what you see, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, share, do all those things to help us grow, because we're gonna keep doing this thing as you know. So before we just get right into it, man. Blake Griffin. Let's just talk about the hot news on the desk this week here. Blake Griffin, he decided he wanted to leave and find a team that is going to get him championship aspirations. Got let go by the Detroit Pistons, and he ended up signing with the Brooklyn Nets. Now now they've become a terrible foursome or fearsome foursome of some sort here. Again, he signed for the veterans minimum, and he joins the all-star cast of the three-headed monster, which is Durant, Harden, and Irvin when he shows up. So let's just ask it. Do you like it? Do you love it? Do you hate it, Kev?
I'm not mad at it. At this point, it's not like he's that same caliber player as he was before. I think I would have been more up in arms if it was like, wow, come on, man, like four heads now is like. Three-headed monster is enough, but like a four-headed beast, that's like too much. I wouldn't say he got that same beastiness as he had before. He's shooting all these threes. I don't really think they need a three-point shooter, so I don't really think it's a great addition for them. But I guess it's an extra body that they needed down there in the paint, if that's where they're gonna have him operate. You know what I mean? So let's see how it work out.
Okay, all right, that's fair, man. Chase, you got something?
Hey man, like I agree with Kev, but the only thing I don't agree with is that even if Blake Griffin was his old self, I still wouldn't have been worried, because dude was probably worse then than he is now. Because his game evolved a lot from what he was, just a high flyer dunker. I mean, he could shoot threes now. He could probably hit some mid-range shots. So I feel like it was a good move for him personally. For the Nets, they're getting a veteran player, but I'm not sure how he's going to fit in, because the Nets were gelling. So I'm looking to see how he's going to fit in with all these stars around him and how he's going to produce. So it'll be interesting, but let's see. But for him, I think he was definitely chasing the ring. That's why he went to the Nets. So leave it at that.
Okay, all right. Recount
Reg. Out there.
You want to...
I hear the different points. The intro with the fourth All-Star, I was just kind of, it reminds me when we were going on the back and forth. It's like, is the Warriors overstacked? And I was like, well, Kevin Love is the All-Star, and he's like, come on, he's nowhere near his All-Star caliber. I think that same applies to Blake Griffin. Like, the man's production has fell significantly from his heyday. I don't think he's even going to be starting in this position when he comes to the Nets, if he even plays significant minutes. So I think it's a lot of sauce on this topic. I'm going to have to go with what Kev said. I'm not mad at it. I'm not like, oh my God, this is the trade I wanted to see, but I also not strongly against it. Like, I don't have no reason to hate on it. I wonder what kind of impact he will have. I would love to see him have a resurgence and play well in the playoffs and, hit some kind of stride in the second wind of his career, but I highly doubt that's gonna happen, but I'd like to see it.
That'd be fun to watch.
Yeah, it'd be fun to watch and just see how, because we've seen other guys do it. We've seen Dwight Howard kind of have a resurgence. We see Boogie kind of here and there. Carmelo working out on the Trailblazers.
Look at Dwight the other night. He filled in for Embiid when he was out.
Exactly.
He did a good job.
And he did a good job. 18 points.
So if Blake can do something like that, that would be great to see more talent in the NBA. So that's how I feel about the whole thing. Now, and the ring chasing, I don't know, because it's like, who else wanted him? Like if we know there was other teams with significant interest and he was just like, nah, I want that ring. I felt
But
like
did he choose to go there?
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely chose to go there.
Okay.
But the thing is, the situation was Pistons just want to rebuild, so they bought out his contract.
Yeah.
So now we're just in a veterans minimum. Brooklyn Nets don't have as much depth. They traded a lot of their depth roster to get Harden. So just having another next man up, especially if you have playoff aspirations, people get hurt. It seemed like a freebie to me.
Yeah.
A veterans minimum, a guy who's not looking for a lot of money because he's already paid and his production hasn't been that great over the past few years. It just seemed like a good match.
So Reg, you don't believe that there's a major part of it, him choosing the Nets, is because he has a chance to win a ring in his what season is he in?
He's been there for a while. DeAndre's up there.
The
Chris Paul's up there. Like they've all
he definitely chose them because there's no way he wants to get out the league without getting the ring.
And he ain't got none right now. So I mean, I see where y'all angling with it. Just for me, I figure if you're going to make a move like this late in the season, you're gonna go with the team that's gonna be playing the most games to try and get as much talent as you can, like showcase your talent. That's the way I saw it.
Yeah,
I can see the ring argument, but I just feel like he's trying to get in a team that's gonna play the most games in an opportunity to thrive.
Okay,
makes sense.
Cool.
But even if he chose it though, it wasn't. Does he had a spread to choose from to say, hey, everyone wants me. Let me pick from this, and that. Or was
that's what I was wondering too.
Things just worked out that way, that he was available, they needed to pick up someone, and it just kind of makes sense at this juncture in time because I'm not seeing where else he would have gone otherwise. Lakers were kind of looking at him, but Andre Drummond is a much better pickup. So
much better, much better pick.
Facts.
And I think even if another team did want him that wasn't having playoff aspirations, I wanted a person that in that position. I wouldn't go with Blake Griffin if you're a team that's trying to get to that next level. I don't think Blake Griffin's going to get you to that next level.
Nah, he's not that player.
Nah.
So I just wonder what teams were looking for him. And Andre Drummond, 100% a better pick than Blake Griffin at this point in their career.
Yeah. So this is, do I like, love, or hate it, man? Look, I'm sorry. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't like it. Look, dude, as you said, recount that money. He got bought out. He is good for the season. He doesn't even need to do anything. Look, if someone bought out your salary, you gonna be quick to try to get another job? I mean, maybe because you know your job is gonna drop eventually, but like,
absolutely,
take a vacation,
a
little vacay. Be like, all right, let me see what my options look like. Look,
I'm gonna let you finish, but we gonna rebut that.
Look,
that's easy. That's an easy one.
This is what I'm getting at. The dude money, he's already bought out. His money is guaranteed. You don't have any incentive to jump on a team within a week. Number one, the trade deadline is coming through. We have 2 or 3 weeks before the trade deadline is coming through, and after that, he's gonna be either more desirable because of the fact that you can pick him up off the free agency wire. Number two, you can really vet, go back and forth and figure out what teams really want you or whatever. See how the teams start to kind of like float to the top and say, okay, I'm gonna get on that team and see what that looks like or whatever. Or you can just sit it out. If you're injured, the dude has been injury prone for 2 years, 2 seasons.
For fact.
Maybe you can just sit down and rest up and get your body right. There's no reason to jump back into the fire. Like the only thing I could think of is that he's trying to.
We gonna let you finish.
So I'm just saying, like
the only thing. That's the only thing.
Is he finished? Is he finished? Or are you done?
You can't think of anything else. That's it.
I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't know the reason for. To me, there's a lot more that he gave up by joining the Nets in a short-term, situation than just chilling and waiting and getting his body right. If he wants to prolong his career, he could have went to the Spurs and just kind of figured out from there. They're getting rid of Marcus Aldridge this week.
Do they want him though? Do they want him?
That's the thing.
But that's the thing.
You're gonna get rid of LaMarcus Aldridge and get Blake Griffin? That's your move?
Well,
that's the play?
Well, LaMarcus Aldridge is already leaving. He's already leaving. They've already said they're gonna buy him out or they're gonna trade him. Secondly, we've known the Spurs and Pop to be able to prolong people's careers, especially if you have injury issues. They would know in a week where they're going to be in 2 weeks because they decided to put LaMarcus Aldridge on a trading block. We don't know what's going to come out of that. So what you're saying is, what you're asking is, do we know? My answer is I don't know. But making a hasty decision would.
Hasty. I don't feel like what's hasty.
What I mean by hasty is based on the field of play from when he got bought out. It was only like a week's time, maybe. But what I'm saying is that maybe if he waited for 2, 3, 4 weeks,
hasty to the outside.
Well, I'm saying, so either it was already predetermined, he knew where he was going before he got let go, in which, again, you pick the Nets. I mean, it's kind of like say it was the hottest team out there. So, I mean, it makes...
Is it?
It's the hottest team out here.
It's pretty hot. Yeah, they're pretty hot.
Hottest team out there?
Chris, I have a question.
With respect to the most recent wins, they're pretty hot.
Oh, okay.
We're just talking about with the hype. We're just talking about with all the publicity.
I was looking at their last 10.
Chris, how long were you suggesting him sit out?
I don't know. I don't have a definite answer.
Like for the rest of the, you mean if he sits up for the rest of the season, he's good. Like the rest up to get healthy.
So that's an option. I would definitely consider that, especially if you're having injury, like a history of injuries.
But he wants to contribute to winning a championship. He's not gonna want to just sit there.
I feel like you contradicted too, man. Because I'm gonna break it down. For first, I'll let you finish. So I'm gonna start with this, right? So you talking about he got paid already. Sure, he got paid, but we all know NBA players have a shelf life. So he can't afford to just, I'm gonna sit out and cool out for next season. This is not a young player coming off an injury. This is an old player who's had consistent injuries. He needs to show us something now, unless he's just gonna retire. You're not sitting out. Now, in regards of health and injury and resting up a bit, I can think of not many more teams. I feel like the Spurs will be a horrible situation because they're getting rid of Aldridge. They're gonna expect something from him right now. If he goes to the Nets, he can chill. There's no pressure. There's no need for Blake Griffin to go do something now. We just talked about they're a hot team in their last 10. He can go over there and just be on the bench and just do limited minutes or just be in the rotation, doing practice, getting the rest that he needs. And if something goes down deeper in the playoffs, then he'll be rested and he could do whatever he got to do. So I feel like that's a good situation in those terms.
Fair point. I would say this. If you're going to, you can't say that, okay, you didn't say it. Maybe you did. I did hear someone say like, oh, he can go to the Nets and he can contribute now.
It's possible.
But you're saying there's no guarantee. So this is what I heard from you. There's no guarantee that he can contribute because he can rest up. He can take his time getting integrated. You know, he can probably play like this, eighth man role, and if they need him, he'll come in.
Yeah.
Either he wants to contribute to a championship team or he doesn't. If he just wanted to just be on a bandwagon team or be on a team where they can just ride off into the championship.
But that's a way to contribute because he also has playoff experience. There's a lot of ways you could contribute.
Yeah, there's a ton of ways.
I'm not. There's Aldridge was a starter. There's a wide path between being a starter and not playing at all. And I'm saying they can work him in as much or as little as they need.
Yeah, as long as he's playing.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if it's off the bench, 10 minutes, 12 minutes, he contributed in some way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You're trying to make it too binary with the way you're setting it up, Chris. I see where you're going with it. It has a
valid
possible
point.
option.
No, Chris is not wrong. Chris is not wrong. His point is valid for sure.
Yeah.
But I just feel like the guy would want to contribute to winning a championship. I feel like he's humble enough to come off the bench or do what it takes to get the Nets. He doesn't want to disrupt what they have.
Yeah.
So he's okay. He chose them because he's okay doing whatever the team requires of him to do.
And I think this is a good opportunity for him to make that transition now, rather than trying to, hold on to being a starter, going to the Spurs or something. Show us what you could do as a role player, and then maybe that could be the next leg of your career. You could be like a Vince Carter.
Yeah.
That was my point, saying that the reason why I thought he went there was heavily weighed on him wanting to win a championship is because most people, when they choose a team, they're looking for a team where they either can start or get a lot of minutes. Most people look for that. The fact that he chose that lets you know that he's about, it's time for me to try to get this chip.
Yeah.
So okay.
Or be a role player, or just be a role player in general.
Yeah. And I think at the end of the day, it does depend on what it is that he wants. If he wants to be a role player, just have a long career, or if he wants to be a starter and prove that he can start or be productive, in at a starter level. I guess it does depend on what he wants. Obviously, injuries and being healthy is going to play into it. But yeah, man, I don't know. Like I said, I think all the points are valid. I just, we have a spectrum. We have a spectrum of likes, dislikes, and I don't think anyone loved it, but no one really hated it. But me, I don't know, man.
You say you hated it.
I don't like it. But I mean, it's fine. It is what it is. I've seen it before happen, and I've seen people do that in the NBA. He's not the only one who's done it before. So
the reason you don't like it because it looks like he's ring chasing.
Part of it is that I think that he is ring chasing. Another part of it is that I know he's been injured for the past 2 reasons which is why he could not be as productive. There was a point in time when he was in Detroit where he was really productive.
And when he just got there.
When he just got there. And then injuries starting to kind of set in and limit his ability to produce. So it's not that he just can't produce, it's that his body isn't allowing him to. So with, it's the same thing I said with the Dak Prescott thing. We talked about that way back when he broke his leg. And y'all, I said is, essentially this is a blessing in disguise because now you're getting paid $31 million. And you could not have to take those hits as a quarterback. Yeah, you got to rehabilitate and all that stuff. But now you get to really just focus on healing your body and getting right for the next season. And now you can go back to the table and have that negotiation saying, hey, this is what you look like without me, Jerry Jones.
He did.
and look what happened. Like he ended up getting the 4 years that
he ended up getting it. He ended up getting it, but what was the injury again?
He had a ankle or a leg. Or foot.
It was a break.
He got the Brandon Hayward injury.
Breaks.
The Hayward injury.
Breaks tend to heal pretty well.
Oh yeah.
So I think it was safe there. If it was another kind of injury, you also have what you said is true. But how do we know we're gonna get that Brad?
They still don't know.
That's true, and they don't know. You're right.
But breaks heal pretty well. They tend to.
But what one of the things that I did illustrate was how they were producing with him, and they didn't want to pay him, and how he produced, or how the team produced without him, not wanting to pay him. So now you just kind of put the pressure on them a little bit more. Like, yo, you saw like now that they have data of what it looks like without me. So,
but they flipped the pressure back on him now because he got paid. So now they expect production.
Hey, I definitely agree. Now it's on Dak to go back out there and show that he's worth the money that he really went after them for. So I just feel like Blake, just get healthy because something's obviously not right. Just get healthy first, and then from there try to figure out. Because we already have the data on how you look at when you're really healthy. So
I got you.
But that's kind of like where I was coming from.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. Anything else on that, man? Before we move on, we still got some all-star stuff to talk about.
Yeah, I want to drown that out. I still got some questions for you, but we can keep it moving.
You sure? We could. If you want to.
Yeah, I mean, it's just we gonna comment in the video.
Okay. All right. Well, we can talk about that offline then if you like. Moving on to the next topic here. The All-Star game came and went. It's in the books. Team LeBron came through, cruised to a victory, 170-150 over Team Durant. Man, Giannis led with 35 points and 7 rebounds. Game had some really good highlights, including the back and forth with Steph and Dame, basically taking it to Team Durant. We saw some highlights from Kyrie. We saw some highlights from Giannis. He was perfect from the field. You had Chris Paul, I think, almost overtook Magic Johnson in the assist stat for All-Star game. So had a bunch of good defining moments. LeBron only played like 2 minutes.
3 minutes.
And then
5 minutes. I give him 5. I give him 5 minutes in the first quarter.
He had one dunk and sat down for the rest of the game. But yeah, so
It's coaching.
Yeah, I know, right? Coach LeBron, and then of course Dame icing it for Team LeBron with a half court shot, because anytime Dame is on the court is Dame time. So then we also had the 3-point contest with Conley barely losing out to Steph Curry by 1 point in 3-point contest, which was probably the closest we probably saw any event in the All-Star game. I'm sorry, All-Star weekend.
Clay wasn't there this season.
Oh man! And then we had the dunk contest. Anthony Simmons won. I don't know if you guys.
Simons.
Yeah, Simons. My bad. Anthony Simons. All-Star weekend. Did it live up to the hype, man? Reg, did it live up to the hype?
No, it didn't live up to the hype. We knew it wasn't gonna live up to the hype. I know when we were talking about it, and I said they should have just canceled the whole thing outside of the possibility of an outbreak happening. It's a shortened season. We could have did better than this, but I guess there was money on the table to be made, so they made money moves. I wasn't mad at the game though. Dunk contest was lackluster, but did they have the skills challenge?
They had the skills challenge.
They had the skills challenge.
Yeah, that's so bad. That's so bad you knew it, because I was asking the same question. Did they have a skills challenge?
It was all in one day. It was an all-star day.
That was the thing. It was in
in
multiple days. It was all jam-packed. Did they do the Rising Stars?
No, they didn't have rookie versus sophomore.
They did the 2-on-2 with Quavo, Lil Baby, 2 Chainz, and
that game was
Harlow.
trash.com.
I feel like we answered. I feel like as we ask these questions, we're answering whether it lived up to the hype or not. But I will say the All-Star game was a lot more entertaining than I thought it would be, especially with Durant out, LeBron not really feeling it in the first place for the same reasons we just discussed. Last second Simmons and Embiid being out, and somebody else was out, I think. But
Devin Booker was out.
Devin Booker.
And then before that, it was who did he replace?
Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis is out.
Yeah.
It's a whole ass mess. So
It was just that's my question to Chris was there even hype, because the shit was falling apart from jump.
Before it started.
Yeah, before it even started, they were already I don't want to do this. And then they asked LeBron. LeBron said what he said. And that was the worst person to ask, because once he said what he said, I heard everybody else kind of echoing the same thing. Giannis even said, "Hey, the king has spoken, man. If dude said he ain't trying to do it, then we all feeling the same vibe." It's it don't make sense, man.
But what if he did say? But what if he did say I was excited? You think everyone would be like, "Yeah, if LeBron said we playing"?
I don't think so, because he opted in for last season, and we saw players opt out. For playing in the bubble.
In the bubble?
Yeah. That's true.
So I think people would have made their individual decisions, but I feel like his weight behind it makes a difference, and people like CP3 or whatever. Like when they say something, it holds a lot of weight to the other players, but it was just whatever hype it had was just losing steam when you saw this person drop out.
I feel you. Okay.
Injuries.
Anything
but
else?
he was a team player. He was a good sport. He came out there and showed out. Saw that the team was dominating. Just decided I don't need to play. I felt like it made it a better game. If he was out there dominating too, it would have just been even worse. It's for charity, guys. It's for charity.
It is for charity. Tax write-offs, man. So sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Kev, is there anything else you wanted to mention on the hype?
No, you good. I feel bad for Team Durant though. They couldn't get at least one quarter. Like as you say, it was for charity. I was like, man, I was like LeBron and T should just get him one. Like just get them one quarter. Nah.
They fought for their causes.
You're right.
So, I feel you, man. Chase, you got anything?
Hey man, I wasn't disappointed about the game or anything. I mean, we already know what to expect from an All-Star game going back the last 20 years. Like before, like in the 90s when Michael Jordan and them were playing. They actually were playing hard before, early in the 90s. But the game, if you watch those games, they were getting really soft too. Because they didn't want to like injure each other. Like I guess like late 90s, if you watch it, they were still playing passively, but it was still competitive. Now, I mean, all I saw was Giannis just like dunking freebies, grabbing. Nobody is even swiping at the ball or even trying to scoop it up. He just gets it, dunks. I felt like all I saw, each year it's all dunks. All you see is high flying alley-oops. The best thing about this one was the shooting with Dame and Steph.
Yeah.
They definitely need to add like a 4-point
spot. Oh, that would be dope. That would be dope.
Because it's just getting ridiculous. That was entertaining.
Yeah,
it was.
So it even though it wasn't as competitive as people wanted to be, I actually enjoyed that shootout with Steph and Dame. And they showed why they're the best long range shooters in the game.
Yeah.
Period.
Exactly.
If there's any doubts, it was cleared up that night. It was cleared up.
Well, actually, what was actually nice too is Dame and Steph caught alley-oop dunks. They both
did.
dunked.
Oh,
They did.
that was another
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
And then
yeah,
I think
both
CP,
dunked.
was it CP3 too or something?
Yeah, CP3, Dame,
Steph
and I think Kyrie caught one also, or he dunked one.
Yeah.
That was surprising. I was like, I didn't seen it all.
Yeah, I was like, wow.
I agree with the defense though. I did see a couple wrap ups, but it's nowhere near gonna be like regular playoff basketball.
And then the fourth quarter wasn't like last year. It got away from them because the score was so wide. Last year was close, so they really were locking down, trying to win this game.
Yep.
It was.
I feel you. Yeah, I don't know about the hype, man. Look, it's an all-star game, all-star weekend. We know what we favor. Dunk contest is always going to draw some eyes because even if you think it's going to be bad, you're going to watch it. 3-point contest is getting better and better. It's becoming more of the headline, and I think it lived up to the hype, man. Watching Conley. First of all, shout out to Conley for having his first all-star bid, even though everyone else, like 4 or 5 people, had to take the L for him to get in.
Replacement.
Yeah, man. But shout out to Conley, man. 14 seasons? Finally got in.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But yeah, man. Just All-Star game was pretty good. I did enjoy it, even though the score didn't reflect it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
We don't expect too much defense, but and like Chase said, I do realize that once the score got away, the defense wasn't going to be as tight, in which I would hope they would, fix that or find a way to kind of keep the game close. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I mean, I liked it. It gave an opportunity for people to shine and some people to not shine. We're gonna talk about that a little bit. And I don't know. I felt like it was good enough. I left satisfied. But it's like watching a Vin Diesel action movie. Like, it's not gonna be great as far as like story progression and character development, but it's gonna be fun. You're gonna have fun.
Yeah.
So,
was there any doubt after the picks that Team LeBron was gonna win?
I didn't doubt that.
After the dropouts or after the picks?
Just after the picks.
I didn't doubt that. I thought they was gonna win.
Anytime the Team LeBron steps on the court, they win. I'm not even.
Who won last season?
Team LeBron against
Team LeBron.
Team Giannis.
It's 4. There's 4 in a row.
Oh yeah.
You don't gotta think about it too much.
Call it the LeBron show.
He's not gonna pick again.
I do like the new format though.
I don't think he's gonna pick again.
So okay, then. So what was your favorite event, man? Do you guys had a favorite event that happened this weekend or that weekend that didn't include any Atlanta concerts?
Outside of the game, or can we?
Or are you talking about like the dunk contest?
Like dunk contest, the skills challenge, the All-Star game.
I enjoyed the 3-point contest. The dunk contest was like mediocre to me, so it wasn't all that. But the 3-point contest was entertaining. I'm actually for the way they did the dunk contest because the dunk contest lately has been like subpar. Besides Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon, it's been like subpar for the most part. So I actually like the idea of making it like almost like halftime entertainment.
Yeah.
Because nothing is really happening. And I mean, unless they go back, it's hard for guys to do these dunks nowadays. Like, your body can only do so much. Then I hate props. Prop dunks. Sometimes it becomes come up a little cheesy.
Yeah.
A little bit cheesy. So it's hard because I mean, if I put MJ in a dunk contest now to go and do some dunks, there's only so much that he already done in the air that you're gonna try to do it to replicate again. Like
he got to jump
hard,
out of helicopter.
Because when you look at these dunks compared to what they were doing back in the day, those dunks look simple and they were getting 50s for the time, which is fine.
Yeah.
I'm just saying you can only try to do so much on a creative aspect.
Okay. But back to the question for me, I'm gonna say the game was the highlight. If we're gonna rank it that way, then maybe the dunk contest. 2-point wasn't all that.
Yeah, man, it wasn't.
He was not sold on that one. Okay, if you got something.
It was an okay way to spend my Sunday. I mean, otherwise I want to be watching games. So it was for me it was like Reg, it was the game.
Yeah.
I watched the dunk contest. I didn't really see the 3-point. I caught the tail end of that. I wasn't really that angst up this year. I just wanted to see a good game and get entertained on the Sunday. It's like that's all it was.
I didn't even know that weekend it was the All-Star weekend. That's how bad it was. I didn't know until the day I was in Vegas and I turned it on. I'm like, oh shoot.
Might as well watch it. He's already here now. Yeah.
Do you think they should stick to the condensed format where it's just everything in one day?
Nah.
You like the build up?
I like the dunk competition, like what Chase was leaning into.
Yeah,
I like
with
that
the halftime. That's cool.
The halftime, I like that. That seems to fit for me.
Yeah,
that fit better. It's shorter.
Yeah.
3 people. That's it. Not no 6 people dunking. Just 3 people, and you just get it up.
And I feel like they be trying to fill up the time when it's a solo event. Be like, putting extra on like weekend.
Yeah, they do put extra.
Like
Yeah,
they do be extra.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like the favorite event, I found I was more engaged. I guess because of how competitive it was. The 3-point contest. Steph won by 1 point on the last rack, the last ball.
Yeah,
he won by 1.
That was a clutch performance.
Yeah. So big up to Conley, man. Like I said, he put the heat on. So, but yeah, that was my favorite.
I actually would like to see. I'd probably even prefer a horse competition.
Yeah, but
that would be fun. That would be fun.
It'll be so hard for time restrictions purposes. That's
no, they could. Well, I mean, they just make it short. It doesn't have to be like a whole pool of people. It could be between like 3 people or whatever.
Oh, could we see horse between Steph and Dame?
Or even that, exactly.
I don't know, man. So I don't know. We'll see. But let's move on, man. Giannis, man, he got an MVP.
Shout out
again. He didn't miss a shot. Was it deserving? Do you feel like he deserved the MVP?
Yeah, he didn't miss. It's like, and he took shots. He took threes. He was doing mid rangers.
He did everything.
I didn't see any mid range shot. All I saw was dunks and the 3 threes.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It was good. It was a good way of getting the points on the board.
And
it was exciting on the dunks and exciting from the threes.
2 of the 3s he didn't call bank.
Bank, yeah.
That was the basketball guy.
You gotta hit that bank. You gotta call that bank. He just threw it up in the air and it went through. Only 1 3 from the corner was switched.
Yeah.
I gave him credit for it. The rest of them, like, yo, no.
They went in, man.
He was just riding out.
He got credit.
He was riding the high. Hey, it went in. I'm not arguing with you on that. It was definitely bank was open.
So you saying he don't deserve it, Chase? Who do you think?
No, I'm not saying he got it. I'm fine with it, but I would have preferred if Steph or Dame got it. I feel like Steph definitely was cooking like for the first like 3 quarters. He was just heating up. And then Dame came in, but Dame probably could have done the same thing, but he didn't start. So he came in and he actually finished with more points than Steph, which I was surprised.
He did, yeah.
And the game winner, he was like hitting shots. He was the first one to hit a half court shot. I remember then Steph came back and hit it. I felt like him or what's his name, Steph deserved, in my opinion, could have gotten it. But I'm not mad that Giannis got it. I get the 16 for 16. Nobody did that before. Yep. It's fine. I just felt like Giannis's bucket, most of his buckets were just like, and he just got it because they just gave it to him.
Chase, come on, Chase.
Come on, man.
He's saying he
Giannis.
deserved it,
Giannis.
and we also
at
saying
Giannis.
that he got it was rigged.
Look at Giannis. Like
That's weird.
I mean, him
That's
in
weird.
the game, there's nothing is memorable. Like there's nothing that in that game that stood out to me that made me think like, oh my gosh, look at what Giannis did in this game. I
It
feel like
did. The fact that he wasn't missing, dog. It was like I know you're
Bobby,
talking about the
anybody
dunks,
could
right?
not miss dunking the ball.
No, not anybody. Because Zion missed
because
4 dunks. So
because
like,
Zion
missed dunks.
I'm gonna get in that
Yeah.
one.
Oh,
I've
Zion
seen
was
LeBron
nervous.
miss dunks too.
Zion did the same thing the year before in the rookie sophomore game. They gave him even the pass, like gave him the ball. Nobody there to do some spectacular dunk, and he messed it up too. I think he got nerves issues in the All-Star game. Zion.
He
But
made it happen.
huh?
I said Giannis made it happen, but I do see your point, and I agree with you. I wouldn't mind if Dame had gotten it. I see Dame getting it over Steph, but
Yeah,
I wouldn't
see him
mind.
getting it. I picked him too.
Well, I mean, if we gonna go there, where those threes contested threes,
Not really.
But
doesn't
that's
matter,
more
man.
difficult shot than those dunks.
it doesn't matter,
Those
man.
dunks-
Like some of those are just like right back there.
if you're comparing those shots to those dunks, no way. The dunk is just Giannis can just stand up and dunk the ball.
But still, he still got to do it, right? And he was still doing it with his athletic ability. So it was
I feel
still,
like he
it was still
he
nice
didn't
to
dunk
watch.
on
What I'm
anybody.
saying
I
is,
felt like
Kev,
he was dunking over people with
How
confidence.
tall is
He dunked on
Giannis?
some people.
6'11".
Man, it still look flat.
Go back and watch the highlight. I watched the highlight. All his
Wow.
dunks, nobody was in front of him. He just jumped up and dunked 2 hands.
I
One
gotta
hand.
double check it.
2
I gotta double
hands.
check it.
We gonna run the tapes, yo.
You make it sound like you was on your cherry
11
picking or something.
Yeah.
Bro.
10 out of the 16 shots were dunks.
Wait, the
11 of
way
the
Chase
16
telling it,
shots.
I think it was.
And he had, like, 2 layups.
for Giannis to have the
So basically,
16.
the MVP should be catered to people who know how to shoot.
No.
It's
Nah,
I'm not
I don't
saying
think he's
that.
saying that.
who had the more difficult pathway to get their
Yeah, I think
their
that's what he's
points.
saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just too.
Like
I
it
just
can't
felt
be a
like-
whole bunch of like cherry picking or something like
Yeah,
that.
he.
Like,
Yeah, a lot
yeah.
of them were just like he just grabbed it. Nobody was there. Dunk.
Yeah.
Alright,
We hear the argument, man. We
I
gonna
hear
run
you,
the
man,
tapes.
and you make
We gonna
sense.
run
I
the
really
tapes.
can't argue what you're arguing. I can't
Yeah.
argue what you're arguing. I'm just.
I feel like
okay.
all three of you could have you could have went wrong with all three.
All
of them.
3. Yeah, all 3. And I felt like they were definitely the entertainers in the game. Steph and Dame.
I was hyped with the Giannis. I was like, oh, he not gonna take this 3. Oh, he made it. Like
Yeah,
I was
exactly.
hyped. It was
that was
I'm not gonna take that from the Giannis. The Giannis not missing was in his hand.
yeah, that was entertaining to me too. Because every time he shot it, I was like, okay, here we go. And then we see these banks going. It was like, yeah, let's keep it going, man. It was exciting to watch.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So we all agree that Giannis deserved it, essentially. Most disappointing. Does anyone have any
Ooh.
NBA player?
Let me go first.
Okay, go ahead. Disappointing player.
My biggest disappointment off the court, the barber that got
Come on. Is they fault? Or is it Embiid and
You got
Simmons'
one
fault?
job. If you cutting celebrities' hair, you cutting NBA stars' hair. Your one job is to not have COVID for the All-Star
Your
game.
one job is to not have-
Wow.
That's your one. Y'all disagree with that assessment?
I
Wow.
don't know, man.
Hey,
They should have
hey.
made a bubble. Invited him to
Hey.
the bubble.
Yeah,
The man
they
could have
something-
started
yeah,
the day off
something
and
shoulda
didn't
happened.
should
know.
have had the official barber of the NBA.
Yeah, they did it in Disneyland.
Oh no, the bubble dude was trash.
Oh, yeah? That's why
The
everybody
bubble
was
was
switching and
trash.
locking up. They saw that.
Yeah,
dude.
everybody was doing something
It was a-
different
it
with
was
it.
a
I was
dude
like,
with super
what's going on?
But on the court, easily Zion. Disappointment.
Disappointment. I thought
You got
someone.
both.
He just starstruck.
Yeah.
I think
And
someone.
that's what I thought too.
I think someone really liked Zion. Said he's gonna, he's invigorating. And
I like Zion.
Bunch of
I like Zion was
superlatives.
invigorating, but that game was not.
Yeah, I mean that don't take away from what he got going on. I don't.
Oh, okay.
It's just a game. I mean, even LeBron only had 4 points. I mean,
because LeBron ain't try.
Well, LeBron
Zion
didn't play.
Zion
Zion
tried.
was playing.
I think Zion overtried. I think some of those shouldn't have been dunks. Like a couple of them he went up for and he coming around like,
Yeah,
dude, you're not
exactly.
gonna make it. You're not gonna make it. And he was like coming all the way here and it's like boing and I was like, dude. you're
That's
not
what
gonna
happened
make
to him in the rookie game. That's what happened to him too. They even let him run from half court to do these dunks and he just couldn't nail it.
He was trying some extra stuff. Some of them were simple. A couple of them should have just been layups. And I think he wanted it to be a dunk.
Jam.
Yeah.
And
because he knows that's what's expected of him to do.
That's what's expected of him. And I think that's more what it is. That's why I'm not gonna say I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
I just know he's a young guy. First All-Star. Let's see what you can do with all the other All-Stars. I think he just tried to do too much in the beginning.
He is.
And it didn't work out. He still end up 50% shooting, 55% from the field. So
that's horrible by All-Star game standards.
I like it.
No, it isn't. If you go on the line, it's everyone's pretty wrong the same.
I like your silver linings, but I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm letting Chris get to me.
You letting Chris get to you because Chris didn't want to see him in the All-Star. Chris didn't want to even see him. Chris said you can't have it two ways.
And now you can't.
You can either say but you can't have it two ways. Either you say he's not deserving to be in the All-Star, which means your expectations are low, or you say he is deserving and your expectations are wherever they are. So Chris, if your expectations were low, that means he shouldn't disappoint you. He hit exactly where you expected him to
I was in disagreement with Chris. So when I saw Zion on there, I was like, all right, this is the time for Zion to shut Chris up.
And he will. I don't think the All-Star game needs to be the game where he does that.
I think, the thing for Zion for me is I feel like not All-Star game, but like his game for Pelicans, I feel like for him, it's good that he's getting his field goal percentages high. But most times when you look in the league, it's usually like centers that are like averaging like in the top 10 that are like high in field goal percentage.
Yep.
That's fine, but for his team to win, he has to do more than just that. More than that, what he's doing when he's on the court, I don't know what to make of it. It's like he is doing. It's mostly putbacks and dunks. Whether he's like offensive rebound putback or a pass and a layup at the rim are definitely jamming it down. But he's not a good free throw shooter, and he doesn't really take a lot of mid-range shots and no threes. So for me, I always tell people, I'm not really impressed with all that stat stuff. It's cool, but for him, he needs to evolve. I just feel like he's going to be a better player. He can be, but is he willing to put in the work?
Yeah, he's definitely.
I think he's more in shape. I'm just kind of concerned about the whole. Maybe they hyped him up too much, and maybe he's just kind of like the Lonzo thing. Maybe that's just not doing well for him.
For him, yeah.
Yeah, but he's showing up. You say he's hyping up too much, but he's showing up in those lists. Honestly, they massage these statistics to put you in almost any list. So I want to put all the chips on that. But he's been showing up in the list of some really great players with what he's been doing in just his second year. The points he's been averaging, his just overall his dominance has been.
But even that is fine. Like if you just point out some of these stats, I'm just talking about media hype. Like before he even touched the court, like he's the next big thing. But like, I feel like that might have been. I feel like that might have been to his detriment. I feel like yes, he's playing at a high level, but I just feel like maybe it's hurting more than it's helping. Outside of like that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
some people live up to it. LeBron stepped up to it and he's like, I'm gonna take it and make what of it. Other players kind of shy away from it, like maybe like Alonzo, like LaMelo. I feel like they had similar situations. LaMelo seems for whatever reason, I'm gonna play through it. Like people might come at me for whatever reason, but like he seems to thrive in it where Alonzo did.
Anyone else have any disappointing performances that I want to highlight? I mean, I ain't gotta say Zion because you already said Zion. I can just keep it simple. 4 missed dunks.
That was disappointing.
In a game that is actually catered towards dunks. So I don't know. Okay, so let's move on. So I believe we had a live draft. It was Team LeBron versus Team Durant. Team LeBron being Kevin and I against Team Durant, which is Reggie and Reggie's assistant. And we did the whole live draft thing, and we wanted to see who was going to be the better GM, better team constructor, team visionary. And look at these results here based on these fantasy points here. It looks like Kevin and I, Team LeBron, got the clear victory. Almost a landslide.
Clear, and one number was greater than the other. Yes.
Yeah. Clear. One number was. Yeah, it was. It was.
What's the difference?
It was almost like, we were throwing commas out there.
No, there was no comment.
Oh, okay. So
22 points. Yeah.
20 point. That's a route. That is a route. If there was in a basketball,
if you say so. I mean, if you say so.
Thoughts. Look, I'm gonna let you speak on it. You got any thoughts? You got anything you want to speak on?
I would like to say, you see, I got recount Reg here. First of all, the man that was speaking prior to me tried to just discount and remove players from the team. First of all, I'm gonna take ownership.
What?
Our team did not take substitutions for the players that we lost. We lost Ben Simmons, and we also lost Devin Booker. And of course, we lost Kevin Durant. So, but that's kind of a wash because we can adjust and remove LeBron and make it fair.
And we also
even
lost
without
Embiid.
And Embiid.
You also lost Embiid. Who was part of
We
the
lost Embiid too.
Yeah.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead. That's fine.
But even with that standing, the game was pretty close. It wasn't that much of a blowout as Chris made it seem. If we would have drafted another player, maybe it would have been close enough. But that's all I had to say on that.
Maybe.
It could have been. Who knows? You could pick one player on the list that wouldn't have added many points. You could have picked somebody that both of us missed, and wow, it would have been crazy. Like, I don't think anybody picked up CP3, right?
Or CP3.
Or
Yeah.
D Mitch. Like, there's
No.
a couple players in there that
Nobody wanted
that
D-Mitch. I don't know why. That's messed up.
Yeah, I wanted him,
I
but-
thought he did. I think he did well, actually. He
did
wasn't
well.
like crazy. He didn't get MVP status, but he did well.
Yeah.
Jason Tatum did well, but we had Tatum though.
Yeah, y'all had Tatum.
Yeah, Tatum.
But I feel like we could have had a gap closer. But they won fair and square. Shout out to Kev for having free and fair counting.
Oh,
I
shots
just
fired
said-
at Chris because
transparent.
Chris ain't got nothing.
Yo, you forgot I flipped the coin. Remember this coin? I flipped it fair and square.
What's the other side look like?
Double-sided.
Bam. Bam.
That's a
You
different
really
coin.
think
I saw that.
I know, right?
Y'all
He
saw
pulled it
that?
out from the other side.
Oh.
You think I got trick coins over here?
Man, we don't know how far you'll go, man. Come on, now.
No, man. I would never do such a thing.
Nah, but in terms of the coin toss pick, like Chris did record and flip on camera, so I'm gonna shout out to him for that
For being fair. Yeah, I appreciate it.
on the coin toss. But you definitely try to remove players and do all kind of shenanigans with
No, what I was
to the
doing
scoring.
is I was eyeballing the stats. This is what I was doing. I was eyeballing the stats. I was like,
Uh-huh.
bro, y'all didn't really have much contribution outside of Tatum. So then,
Nah, you didn't count Tatum at. You didn't count Tatum at first.
Oh, I counted.
You said Curry.
No, I said Curry and I think maybe Harden, and then I overlooked Tatum, but it wasn't on purpose. It was just that like I had already did the 1-to-1 comparison between Jaylen and Brown. They kind of canceled each other out. So I was like,
viewers in the chat, y'all let us know if it was on purpose or not.
okay.
What y'all think?
Kev, you got any thoughts, man? You wanna?
Shout out to y'all. Congratulations.
Thank
I mean,
you.
once I saw what Dame was doing and Kyrie was doing
Right.
and Giannis, I was like, oh, it's a wrap.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
man.
Okay.
Yeah, those three guys was
Hitter.
killing it, and we
And
did
y'all
a
had
good job,
PG.
man.
PG
And we had
contributed.
PG, yeah. So it was like,
Playoff P.
but we had to count it out. We had to count it out, so it's official. But we all felt that we know what direction it was going.
Okay.
Shout out to Bradley Beal. He stepped up and performed for us, especially
Yeah.
in the fourth quarter, like Jay said.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. I eyeballed it. I knew we had already won once I saw the stat line. I was like, do we need to do this officially? But they wanted to count every vote. So
now you again.
So it is.
Counting?
I don't know why you say it that way. I
I'm
was
just
like,
saying,
oh,
it's nothing wrong. It was
he's like,
nothing
now they want to
wrong.
count every boy. Oh,
I just
look at them
said
now.
it's okay. Like if he wants to go through due process, we can count every vote. So we can. I already knew the answer. You know what I'm
Stop the
saying?
steal, folks.
It's just like California with the voting. They kind of all. They said it went blue in like 30 minutes.
Yeah, less than
wasn't
that.
done with
They,
it.
they said, polls closed, blue.
Exactly. So I mean, we know the answer. It's just like,
They
okay,
even
let's do the
talking about
official thing. That's fine. So, yeah, the guy formerly known as Curtis, man, the long lost brother, man. I don't know where he's at, but yeah, man, I knew that was the best thing that I could have done was to trade away the weak link, man. So
Hold on, you didn't think Curtis was gonna pick the right people?
Oh, I knew he wasn't.
Yeah, he had no faith. in
I
Curtis.
knew he wasn't. I was trying to trade him for a bag of chips. So, you know what I'm saying? I was gonna pay him. I was gonna pay Reggie to take him. but that's neither here nor there.
I just wish Kev was healthy, man. That really hurt. I ain't gonna lie. When I saw that, I was just like, throw it in the trash, man.
It's okay. Hey, look, it makes you feel better. LeBron just took a vacation.
Like I said, it was a wash.
So it's all good. So, anything else, man, before we close out?
Second half, let's go. Playoffs to look forward to next.
Yo, we gotta do the mid-season awards because it's been 2 weeks. So
yeah, let's go Heat.
Oh, okay.
Last 10 looking good.
The Heat.
Last 10.
Hey, man, what's up with your guys saying anti-Semitic stuff, man? By the way.
Who?
Mine's Leonard.
Oh, okay.
Oh, because it's
Okay.
not like his man. Like I don't know what Red's talking about him like that. But yeah, that's
Relative,
his team. Yeah,
Is his
yeah, that's his team. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's your boy.
We're gonna address that internally.
No
You sure you
comment.
don't play for the Trailblazers?
Nah. He played for the Yeet. Yeet.
But he was on.
He was
He
on
was
the
on the
Blazers.
Trailblazers. So you got some accountability too, Mr.
Yeah.
Jameson.
Oh, what?
If that's the flag you want to raise.
So we gonna blame Buffalo Bills for OJ?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he said he ain't learned that in Miami. He learned it in Portland.
Oh, that's what he trying to say. Okay then. So yeah, let's go ahead and wrap this thing up, man. It's been a good long talk, good long chat, man. We'll start off with the sign off. Kev, you got anything?
Not much, man. Thanks for rocking with us. NBA is rocking right now. Getting on to that last stretch. Keep your eyes on it. We're gonna keep telling you what we think, what we viewing, what we seeing. And let us know if you like it. Comment and subscribe.
Recount Reg.
Same here, man. Second stretch of this NBA season. We're almost there. Let us know if your team is still in it, or even just outside. I think the Grizzlies is still, they can get that play in right now. So shout out to y'all. Keep watching. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you thought about All Stars. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff.
Cool. And the guest Chase.
Hey man, same here. Looking forward to the second half of the season. I'm actually looking forward to the playing games. What's that? What's the seed? 7? Was it 8? Not 8 through 10?
I think it's
Yeah,
8th and
8 through
9th.
10 are doing play-in.
8 through 10.
8 through 10.
10.
Okay.
Yeah, 8 through 10. I actually like that format now, so I'm looking forward to that. But I enjoyed being back. Thanks for having me again, and everybody watching, like, comment, subscribe.
Cool. And this is still undefeated, Chris. Still undefeated after the last draft. And
We don't know about that Blake Griffin comment, but that's good.
Yeah.
You defeated
What?
on that one.
What? Well, no. See, I'm just gonna say it, and then 6 months down the road, I'm gonna bring it back up. Like, remember when I said this? And y'all gonna be like, oh yeah, he did say that. It was, you were right.
I doubt that, but
Okay,
let's see it.
all right. We'll see. So, but yeah, man, it's always fun talking about the topics we have. The NBA is always exciting to watch. The second half is in full swing, and we're gonna be tuned in. But yeah, like, comment, and subscribe if you like what we're doing. We're gonna keep doing it. Feel free to follow us on social media, engage with us, do all that fun stuff. Comment, share, tell a friend, and tell a friend. Man, spread it, man. So keep doing this thing, and we're gonna keep giving y'all what y'all want, man. So other than that, I'll just let everyone go, man. Y'all have a good night, man. Y'all take care, bro. Later.
Peace.